Before we look at creating haul roads and earthwork sites, let's take a look at a couple of project settings specific to mass haul. Go to Project, Project Settings, and then come down to Computations, Mass Haul. Here we have the Site Connection Tolerance, which is the tolerance that earthwork sites use to connect to haul roads, and we have the Haul Road Connection Tolerance, which is the tolerance that haul roads use to connect to other haul roads. So if you're having trouble with haul roads and earthwork sites being used in your computations, you may want to come here and change these settings. Now let's create some haul roads that will connect our earthwork sites to our corridor. To create haul roads, you can go to the Mass Haul menu and say Create Haul Road. Here's where you can give it a name and a layer, click OK, and it opens the line string editor. This allows us to draw lines with straight and curved segments. However, we can also import them from a DXF file or other type of CAD file. That's what we'll do in our case. We have a haul roads DXF file. We'll simply drag and drop it into the plan view of our Business Center project. Now we see our haul roads have been imported, and if we select them and go to the properties, we see that they're simply just CAD polylines, but we need to convert them into haul roads. To convert these polylines to haul roads, we'll go to the Mass Haul menu and say Convert to Haul Road. Now we'll select all 8 lines by drawing an upper left box to select all 8 haul roads and click Apply. And now we'll notice in the Project Explorer, under Earthworks, we now have haul roads. Each of these have previously been named in the DXF file. If we select each line and go to the properties, we'll notice some specific properties like we can change it to active, yes or no, and we can apply a cost. We can also change it to whether it is bidirectional or not, meaning whether we can haul one way or both ways on the road. Note that you can select all the lines and change the properties all at once. So we'll select all the lines, and for this case we'll change the cost to move material up and down the haul roads. Notice that it's a cost per cubic yard per mile, so we'll put in here 30 cents. Okay, now we'll also change 2 of the haul roads, the haul road east and the haul road middle. We'll change those to inactive for now, so we'll set active set to no.